No problems while I was away?
Problems, Lord?
I didn't run out of my apartments yelling for help or anything.
No, Death God.
Where can I find my father?
Only Lady Enna sees him, Death God.
Where does she see him?
In his divine laboratory, Lord.
Well, if it isn't Cosmo for a day, it's you! Did you have a nice meeting?
Let's just say I'm glad it's over.
Unpleasant, was it?
I need to see your father.
Haven't you heard? Only Anna the Hag sees him. Her console is the only access to my father's laboratory. But you'll never gather the 5 gods' discs necessary to open the secret door.
Discs? How do I get my hands on them?
You may as well give up this charade of yours. Do you think the goddesses will just hand them over to you?
Well, we'll see about that. Do you think Anna would let me see your father?
Not a chance. She won't let you inside his apartment.
Is Lady Kama home?
Yes, Lord.
How can I see my father?
That's a great idea. How come we never thought of that?
There must be some way. Why don't we get all the console discs and just do it?
Mother might have some objections.
The 3 of us just walk into her boudoir, grab her disc, and do it.
That's fantastic, Cosmo! You think Sama's going to agree to that?
I can find out.
You're serious, aren't you? Okay, if you can get Sama to go along, we'll meet up on neutral territory, say Mother's old place, and go see your father.
Aunt Anna doesn't seem to trust us.
Like that's news? Of course she doesn't.
Why?
Because you are a pathetic idiot and my sister is a brainless brat.
What about you?
I don't care about politics. That's so annoying.
When was the last time you saw Xanet?
Who knows? I stopped counting thousands of years ago.
Is Lady Sama home?
She is, Lord.
Have you got one of those discs that gives access to my father's laboratory?
Of course, just like you and Kama and Mama. What a totally dumb question. And no, you can't see it.
Don't you wish something interesting could happen?
Around here? Don't be such a lame brain.
How about if you and Kama and I went to my father to demand everything we wanted?
You're so lame, Cosmo. You know Mama would never allow it.
All we need are the discs my father gave us. Kama's already agreed. We go together so nobody touches anyone else's disc.
We'd need all 4, and Mama totally won't give us hers.
It's 3 against 1. We'll take her disc and she won't be able to stop us. It's that simple. I've arranged to meet Kama in Enna's old apartment in a couple of minutes. Are you coming?
Well, okay. If you and Kama bring your discs, I'll bring mine.
Aunt Anna doesn't appreciate us a whole lot.
You know why she left her apartment and went to live in Xanet's place?
I always wondered about that.
It's obvious, dummy, because that's the way into his lab. So she's the only one who gets to see Uncle Xanet. And we don't have any say because we're just children.
Sama didn't come after all. Care to explain why you didn't show up at Enna's old place?
I don't have to explain anything to you, Cosmo. And I totally don't trust Kama.
It was totally time for Plan B, whatever that was. I needed Sama's disc, which was most likely in her bedroom.
How dare you try to sneak into my bedroom? Wait till Mama hears about this.
How come you didn't show up at Enna's old place?
Oh, come on, Cosmo.
No, really, why not?
Because I was sure Sama totally wouldn't show up. Was I wrong?
So much for the master plan. How was I going to get Kama's console disc? As Cosmo, there was no way I could sneak into her back room. Is her ladyship at home?
Lady Enna is in residence, Lord.
Don't you dare ogle my servants. Must you lurk around like some retarded reptile, Cosmo?
Aunt, I wish to ask you something.
I have no wish to answer. Silence!
Aunt, I'd like to understand something.
You're asking the impossible, boy. If you can't keep your mouth shut, then go away. Cosmo, you know perfectly well only the servants may enter my boudoir.
We tremble and obey, your ladyship. Do you know the way to Xanet's?
No talking in the palace, you fool!
I have to see your father.
Haven't you heard? Only Enna the hag sees him.
You've got one of the keys to his lab, right? One of the discs that fit in the console in Enna's boudoir?
That's for you to find out.
I want it, Cosmo.
Find it, Mudman.
How do I get to Xanet?
No talking.
If you talk in my presence, you'll sincerely wish you hadn't. Be a good little servant and keep your mouth shut.
I'm trying to find Xanet.
Silence, you deviant.
You better stop staring at me or I'll have you reorganized or whatever it's called.
I didn't want to be reorganized, so I kept my eyes down and my mouth shut.
What's that noise? I don't allow noises. Psst, there's that noise again. Now I've got a headache. Don't open your mouth in my presence unless you want your tongue ripped out.
She sure had a way with the help. Let's go say hi to the mighty Xanit. Hello? Anybody home? It didn't look like any lab I'd ever seen, and Big Guy wasn't home.
Greetings, Tane, my brother. You have come.
Tane, I take it you're Xanat.
I am what remains of Xanat.
Is that so? Well, listen up, remains of Xanat. I've had it up to here with the enigmas. Give me the story minus the mysteries, and make it condensed.
Have you forgotten, Tane? My brother, my twin.
And I thought the others were loopy.
You have come for revenge. You took your time.
Let's get one thing straight. My name's Hewitt. You people are all strangers to me.
It has been thousands of years, Tane, since Atlantis fell. Since I came here with a few hundred survivors, you've been hunting me.
I've got to tell you this. You being insane is not helping me. Okay, about this Tane person, who I'm not, why does he want revenge?
For the crime. And because I took the relic. As you can see, I've used it. I fed it. It helped me make the sun, the moon, and the stars. It calculates everything.
I didn't really get the bit about the relic. You fed it?
I fed the strengths and knowledge of my enemies to the relic.
This is horrible. You're completely insane.
I knew you'd think so. You haven't changed, Tane. Should I have left my enemies' knowledge and intelligence to waste for no purpose? No, I used them to create the new Atlantis. It is the relic who administers every aspect of existence here.
Everything you told me happened thousands of years ago. Why are Anna and the others still alive?
They're not alive, Tane. They haven't been for 9,749 years. The gods you have seen are synthetic copies, which last longer.
Those gods are just copies of dead people?
I designed the copies before killing them, naturally. They do not age or evolve. They cannot reproduce. They have no reason to think they are copies. When one ceases to function, the relic automatically manufactures a replacement.
They're just mindless machines.
No, their minds are exact replicas of the originals. They believe they are immortal beings, gods.
How could you do that to your own family?
I needed a pantheon for my new Atlantis, a structure of power. Gods who wouldn't change or grow old. They provide an apt focus for the religious sentiments of my subjects.
And what happened to you? How come you didn't copy yourself?
I had fully planned to, but Enna's replica murdered me before I had taken my own small step into eternity.
So you're dead too? This whole world is controlled by a family of corpses?
No, I am not entirely dead, Tane. I placed a few of my brain cells, enough to animate this face, in the relic. They're living, and so technically I am alive.
If you're alive, pal, then why haven't you stopped that nightmare down there on the surface?
Everything functions according to the instructions I gave before Enna killed me. The relic was not set to receive instructions from within itself. I am quite powerless, nothing more than the illusion of a face. The only one who can change it.
This is too complicated. How do I get back to the outside?
Before assuming your functions as god of life, you must eliminate the existing temple. It's part of the legend.
Just tell me where I can pick up my camera and my Patagonia pictures.
You are here to meet our justice, Tane, not to pick up Patagonia pictures.
What exactly is the crazy wall you've got here? The one you're part of?
It is the relic, or rather what I made it become. It runs everything.
Excuse me, your relic eats human intelligence? What exactly is this monster?
This wall is the relic. At first, it was a single brain. Its power was modest, but I added more knowledge and strengths, thousands more, from all those who objected to my supremacy.
You mean to tell me the whole wall is made up of the knowledge and strengths of generations of people?
I only replicated their most useful components. The relic has no individuality, no opinions or desires. It merely stocks information and executes instructions.
I took the crystal from your fire cannon.
Yes, I know. I hoped you would.
I guess you'll have it replaced?
The relic will, most certainly, unless you prevent it.
And you made the constellations. How romantic.
Their function is inspirational. I made one for each of the gods and one for you.
You turned all those people into slaves.
To ensure correct social retraining, my intention was to create an invincible army of soldiers and workers, easily controlled and utterly devoted to their gods.
How long do you plan for this to go on?
I planned a period of no more than 20 generations, enough to conduct a series of exhaustive experiments in social control. Having mastered that science, I intended to return to the outside and rule efficiently for all time.
Why did Enna kill you?
She was aware of the immense potential offered by the relic and insisted we return at once to the outside world. I was intent on pursuing a more methodical approach. Her impatience got the better of her.
So Enna's copy killed you. Why didn't she give the relic new instructions?
She tried, but was incapable of getting past any of my safeguards. My murder had the opposite consequence to the one she'd intended.
Enna could have asked the others to help. Why does she keep them away from here?
If they spoke to me, they would learn her guilty secret.
So not one of your original instructions to the relic has ever changed?
Correct. I assume you'll want to do something about that.
Why do I look exactly like Cosmo? I'm not his brother.
Cosmo is my exact likeness, and you are my twin, Tane.
You look a bit older than me, and I'm telling you, I have no brothers.
What you see is me when I was 50 years old. You are Tane. That is why you are here.
What exactly are you assuming I'll want to do?
You are the god of life, Tane. That is the role I assigned you here in the inner world. You have come to fulfill the prophecy I invented for you.
Look, I am not Tane or the god of life, and haven't got my own personal constellation. But I will do whatever it takes to stop you, because you need to be stopped.
The god of life declares war on the wicked usurper gods. It's all going according to instructions. Next, you turn to stone the lesser gods, including that copy of my son, an improvement over the original. Finally, your legend locks you in a life and death struggle with the principal bad god, me.
I didn't come here to kill, Xanet. Even people like you.
People. We are the people's gods, but we're only copies of people. Lies. You can stamp on a few vicious lies, can't you? It was one of your enthusiasms.
So, Chapter 6. The god of life bumps off the secondary gods.
More than that, he discontinues their reproduction. No more copies. Hurry back for Chapter 7. You have my permission to discontinue the copies. To access the appropriate device, the crystal eye will be required.
That's him! Usurper Snake! I order you to die!
Has nobody called the Guardians? Guardians! Get the Guardians!
Well, if it isn't the god of life about to lose it. I like irony.
How dare you? I'm Cosmo. He's the outsider. Look at those clothes. This crystal eye thing better work. A hidden door. You gods just love your little secrets. I had bigger fish to fry. Well, if that's what it takes to turn off the copiers, I was ready. I'd recycled 4 of the false god knockoffs. That left the deity in chief, the freak who took me for his brother.
Halt! What are you doing here? Let's just kill him. Lord Cosmo? It can't be.
You dare disturb the pitiless death god?
How do we know you're Cosmo?
Think. If the other Cosmo's dead, then he was a mortal, not a god. That makes me the real Cosmo. Shoot me and you die.
That makes sense. Lord of Death, we obey at all times.
Of course you do, you half-wit. Just stay here and don't shoot anybody. Ah, Cosmo. To tell you the truth, I kinda like the guy. Or thing. I looked at Kama, or as I ought to say, her copy. She had seemed pretty real, for a while. It was a relief to know I'd never hear that voice again. She was switched off all right. The old battle axe. Whew. No problems?
We obey at all times, God of Death.
You know who I am.
We obey at all times, God of Death.
The Guardian seemed normal enough. What do you know about Xanat?
Great is Xanat, Lord.
Such determination, Tane. Your thirst for vengeance is strong.
I discontinued the copies.
The relic will automatically replace the copiers you destroyed, and the new copiers will make new copies of the gods.
You mean you just gave me the runaround?
In the legend, the god of life realizes that each time he cuts off the serpent's tail, it grows back. He has to take the monster's head.
Why are you playing this game, Xanat? You could have me killed by your guardians.
That would miss the legend's point. By defeating you in single combat, I cut off the legend's head and further crush the spirit of my people. If you lose, you will be fed to the relic. If you win, my few living brain cells will expire. Xanat will be dead at last.
Okay, let's cut to the showdown. What does Tane do in the legend?
You walk through the wall.
Did you just say walk through the wall?